Hello and welcome to this episode of Tomb of Annihilation. My name is John and I am the GM for this campaign. We rejoin the action as Riordan makes his way further into the tomb, while the rest of the group deal with mysterious curtains. The corridor just kind of ends in a wall.
So...
I am going to come over to this part for the sake of using a dash action, because I'm guessing nothing's happened.
Oh, god damn it.
And using the ink pot, which I've got in my satchel. Right. I couldn't find anything. Sign it, Riordan, and keep going down.
Okay. We'll come back to that next turn. Meanwhile, back on level 3.
Level 3. And where the bloody hell here we are.
Oh god, no, that way, this way,
Philippe.
Philippe!
Oh shit.
I think we're in the chicken situation because I can see him talking.
Kaboom, chicken. Chicken, kaboom.
So many chicken.
I like chicken. It's good food.
Chicken, kaboom. Chicken.
Kaboom! We can't hear you.
I'm assuming he may not be able to hear us either.
But the problem is he might be trying to talk every time we're trying to talk to him.
Or it could just be just like the back fence and that shit went away from it.
Kaboom!
Yoo-hoo.
Oh, no.
Ah,
Ow.
finally.
Marco?
No, he's not back.
He's not back
God
yet.
damn. Okay, oh yeah, I heard that. Keep getting them wrong.
Yeah.
But are you at my door? Oh, yes, she is at my door again. I can hear it sniffing at the bottom of the door. Thinking, hey, would you mind letting me in?
So, the weather, huh?
Yeah, in this too, the weather, right?
Theodas,
God.
Yes.
what would you like to do?
So if I remember, you said there was a ball head and that was it? Just a ball head?
Yep.
I would like to tell Philippe and I was about to call you Dragonbait, Torin, to leave this place and
Hey,
possibly
Ryan.
burn the
What?
fucking thing.
Dirt. In the ball.
If it's possible, or if we're going for Carbon's turn before me, I will burn the fucking thing with the torch.
Kaboom. Theodas. Can you hear us, Kaboom? We can't hear you, Kaboom.
Hello?
Ah, there we go.
No, there we
Theodas is telling you and Torin to leave the room and he is going to set fire to it.
You know what? I'm gonna write it down. It's gonna be easier.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would if he was in the game.
Damn it.
Good point.
Yeah, Carbon is telling me like Discord is dying on him.
It looks like his connection may be dying on him more than just Discord. If he's not in the game as well.
Maybe send it just to him via a DM, maybe?
Yeah, trying this idea.
It's a cunning plan.
Waiting for an answer.
Plan
meantime-
some cunning, brush your teeth with it.
In the meantime, can I fucking burn this ball?
Yes, you can make
What?
make an attack against it.
With what? I don't have a torch attack.
It's standard attack then, so just
Yeah, it would be strength modifier.
your trick modifier.
Strength modifier, eh?
Yep, that plus 0 you have.
Is that plus 0? So straight D20 then.
Come on. Let's crit. Let's crit. Let's crit.
Wow.
Wow.
Success, I mean!
I somehow managed to light myself on fire.
Oh! You
Please tell me he just burns his finger.
you swing the torch at the wall and just kind of punch the wall, and it just really hurts your hand.
I just turned to the others like, no fucking comment. I didn't put my head on the bore. And apparently Philippe is going to attack the skull.
With a weapon or with his fists?
An armed attack.
Okay.
Julio.
And then he will leave. Blows
Okay.
out.
Frick away.
So I assume with like the sound of the angry cat.
He swings at it, he hits it,
Yay.
and he deals it 4 points of damage, and then he just stalks away.
Run, Philip, run!
Theodas, you punch the wall.
No, I didn't. That's a lie.
He went "Ah!" and just kind of like half-heartedly bopped it on the nose.
I
Tauren,
Oh, you're back. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yay!
what do you do, Tauren?
I am also going to smack it because it's bitten me. I don't like that. So I'm going to attempt to smack it with my warhammer
Okay,
at least once. 21.
that will hit.
Fuck it, I'm going to divine smite this thing as well because fuck this.
Yes.
What level spells do I have? 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. It is not undead or fiend.
Philip will stay behind the third tapestry and look at what they're doing.
17. No, not 17.
16.
16.
16. Okay. It's
What
not
fucking-
looking healthy.
I'm going to fucking hit it again. Fuck this thing. Fuck this thing and what it stands for. I hate it.
You say it's not looking healthy, but it's literally a rusty
it is
boar's head.
It is a rotting boar's head. It's not holding together well.
15.
It's starting to smush apart.
That will hit.
7 damage.
It splats into tiny boar head pieces.
Yay!
The teeth to the ground.
I'm not eating.
And amongst the teeth, Tauren, you look down and you can see a bent pair of golden spectacles, a leather eye patch with a bloodstone set into it, and a platinum hairpiece.
So basically everyone that it's eaten then.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello.
What did happen after Torin eats it for the second time?
It spluttered.
We got
Exploded.
treasure.
And we found some treasure that I assume must be from adventurers who went nom in its head.
Well,
Glasses, a hairpiece,
especially
and
since
something else.
every single one of them are things to do with the head.
Funny to think that they keep that much treasures on their heads.
So, Tauren will kind of scoop them up.
So you have a bent pair of golden glasses, a leather eye patch set with a bloodstone, and a platinum hairpiece. Hairpin.
Kind of like turns the Theodas. One and me.
I will take the hairpiece and the glasses. And what was the other thing?
The eye
An
patch.
Leather eye patch with a bloodstone.
Unfortunately, Dagmar is not here.
The bloodstone might, we might sell that at some point. So just keep it in the bag of holding.
So So you have the spectacles and the hairpin, and I have the light patch.
So the hair thing. Hairpiece or hairpin?
It's a hairpin.
Pin.
And
Platinum hairpin.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Circles, golden. And are they droid or?
They're bent slightly.
Okay.
They
As
probably
if
could be
something
straightened
is
out
nommed
again.
on.
I will probably ask someone like Torin to send them the right way again. and then Torin just goes, "Oh, I broke them."
Just there you go.
What would you?
Alright, now please, for the love of Christ, come back into the main way.
I will when it's my turn.
I'm assuming we're out of initiative.
You're technically out of initiative. I'm going to keep it up just in case, so that we can sort of switch back and forth between you guys and Riordan.
Maybe if we'll take a look just at the place the head was to see if there's not some secret passages behind
Nope.
where the head was. Okay.
Nope. Nope.
So the place was, so it was not one of the night gods.
Nope.
So if
Just-
you don't mind, guys, I will
Just a routine
probably
thing.
deal with some healing for you.
Yeah,
No.
maybe
I will require
Mhm.
some. He says, kind of nonchalantly, smacking the boar head again on the wall to try and knock it off, and then leaving.
Okay, Torin, you take the 9.
I take the 9.
I'm
So,
sorry about the curse.
plus 9.
And for Philippe, you can take that amount that I can't
16.
be I can't be
Yeah.
asked to do it.
John, can you add it please, because Roll 20 is still charging for me.
Okay.
Sucks.
Thank you.
So would you send good internet fives to Carbon? Like, even in the Twitch stream, just send him good fives to the internet of Carbon.
The
Send him
internet,
good fives.
the internet lays back in its chair. You have no power here.
Well, yeah, no, we're giving you good vibes.
And add another
11.
to Philippe. That's
Thank you.
that's the perk of controlling 2 healers at the same time. I can do more healings.
So I can just heal myself for the rest.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give you like the most healing compared to
Maybe.
Philippe.
So 20.
And I will give the hairpin to Renala as a gift.
Renala clips it into her hair.
Oh,
Renala
Well,
wipes
so-
it off first and then clips it into
Yeah, I
her
was
hair.
gonna say.
So
Maybe
the
just give
hairpin
her-
completely disappears in that mass of hair that she has.
Yeah, it's just kind of
And-
sticking out a little bit.
I will give the spectacles to Romand.
he is very grateful for this.
They're
He-
bent out of
he kinda-
shape slightly.
He fixes it real quick. He said, Magic Quick Guys, you gave me these. I'm not exactly I'm kind of losing a bit of sight of my reading, so Magic Quick Guy, thank you, Theodas. And he plucks them on his head.
I haven't received a message asking you for them. Probably not.
Totally not. Don't
Also-
Um,
Philippe is back.
so, guys up on the 3rd level of the tomb, what would you like to do now?
Ask where
Get back
Raven is.
to
Yeah,
Yeah,
inquire
yeah,
where
get
Raven
back-
is.
get back to Dragonbait and
We don't know where they are.
exactly. Well, get back to where we thought they were.
They were
realize they're
in
not
this
there,
room and they aren't
Okay.
anymore.
I am looking in this room and there is no one. What a shock.
Guys, they aren't here anymore.
As I said, what a shock.
Riordan,
they
did you
went
leave? Did you leave a note before you left?
I left an arrow.
There
Right
is
at the floor.
there is an arrow pointing to the crawl space that you crawled into this room through.
Alright, guys, we are backtracking.
Ugh.
Here it goes.
But it's small.
Not for me, it's not.
Yeah, not for you. But imagine Philip and Corin trying to get through there.
It's
know,
not
they're gonna-
nice.
Yes, they're gonna have some difficulty, but if they got through the first time, they can get through the second.
Do we have
people? Bugger off!
do we have some butter for the people who are too large for this?
I
I went through the wall. Sorry.
question mark. I
Hmm.
might have something actually potentially that could help.
I don't know where I'm going. Thank you.
I will move your, and then I will move Renala. Stop
I can do it.
Stop falling.
I have a bottle of ink. That's as good as I can do. I don't know how slippery ink is.
There.
Slippery at
Yeah.
first, and then it gets quite sticky,
Sticky wicky.
and then just dries completely.
Okay, so you all squeeze your way back through the tunnel, and you come back to the stairs.
Hello,
Is there
stairs.
an arrow? Is there an arrow indicating whether or not we go up or down?
You
Yeah.
came from up.
So
And-
it would be wise to.
and
assume
apparently
that
there is an arrow pointing downwards.
down we go, guys.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfucker.
Trucker.
Alright, so
Am I-
these characters can go away now.
Can they though? Can
Can
they?
they?
Not really. Have we
Torin,
killed them?
Theodas, Philippe, Romad,
Don't forget to put my torch
Seraphine,
on.
Renala. I may have forgotten, but I'll turn it on in a minute.
Yeah, I'm just saying in case.
That should be all of you. I also brought Riordan back. He can go away again.
Second Riordan appears. What?
Torin, is your torch on?
Yes.
Oh, good for me.
Oh, we're here. Okay.
No, it isn't.
Or hooded land. Whatever.
There's a torch here, but I've just turned your torch on.
Woo!
And I've also made it a torch.
Do-
I'm just going to get rid of the turn tracker. Just because we're not in combat.
No.
But I am going to say you guys pile down and you find sort of the next level down, about 25 feet down, you find a 20-foot long corridor. And there is a note. Did you leave it on the wall or the floor, Riordan?
I wrote it on the wall, right hand side.
There is a note on the wall in Riordan's handwriting saying, I couldn't find anything.
Just nipped down shops.
Wait, what does it say? It says I couldn't find anything.
Ben, did it?
Yeah,
What did it?
I
did-
couldn't find anything.
Do any of you
Blah.
help?
Yes.
Do
The-
any of us know what this could potentially mean?
There is a 20-foot long corridor that extends down into a wall. The note is written on the wall of this corridor.
So, do we turn around again, or
Stairs continue to go down.
okay, then let's keep going down, I guess. Slowly and cautiously, with our weapons ready at the hand, in case.
Okay, then I'm going to move down another level, and I'm going to find the people that should be here already,
I am so scared.
which is I'm going to give Riordan and Dragonbait a little while to just be on this level and to do things before you guys catch up.
Wait, am I last on marching order? Just to be sure.
Mm,
It's up to you.
Okay. Because okay.
For now, Ben, and Riordan. Ben and Riordan. Ben
Yes.
and Dragonbait. You descend the stairs, and I need to find where the feck this room's number is.
I was going to say, at the moment I'm just seeing the last corridor and stairs.
You might be... Actually, have I moved you down to the right level? I haven't. Boop.
It's two ladies already dead.
Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Me too, he's got a thing to do in a few days.
Yeah, I'll read it in my mind.
Wait, Riordan does or Ben does?
Riordan does.
Yeah, he's got to talk to a dead girl in a few.
Oh.
So yeah, it descends down into a corridor leading off to one side and a door.
Is there any light coming from around the door?
At the bottom of the staircase, a dark corridor leads south while a stone door with iron hinges and brass knobs is set to the east.
Brass.
I'd like to stealthily try and look through the door. Stealth check?
Yes.
Thank God.
19.
Where am I?
No,
Not
we're
on this
map.
level right now.
We can't
Okay.
see it at the moment. Don't
I'm
worry.
not
Don't
even
worry, we can...
I'm
Don't
just gonna go
worry,
back because I
Penny,
need.
we can
I'm
all
gonna
see darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friends. I absolutely hate you forever and ever. Okay, I'm gonna go and get a cup of tea, like a fancy one.
I spy with my little eye. Nothing, because it's darkness.
You press up against the door. You put your ear to it. Make me a perception check.
I thought I was trying to slightly open the door.
Oh, are you slyly opening it?
Yeah, to try and take a look inside.
You pull the handle, and the door opens. And that's the wrong layer, that's the right layer. You look out onto an underground lake.
Very interesting.
There are two boats moored to a little jetty, as well as a rusty iron diving cage.
Okay.
Oh, and apparently I brought the door back to the token layer by mistake. Go back to the light layer.
Go back to the light layer.
Go back to the layer from whence you came.
The two rowboats have names etched into their transoms. This one is labelled Predator, and this one is labelled Prey.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
Each of the boats has enough space to hold 4 medium creatures and their gear. Each contains a set of oars, an empty wooden bucket, and a 50-foot coil of rope.
You cut out a little bit there, John.
So each of them has 2 oars,
Mm-hmm.
an empty wooden bucket, and a 50-foot long coil of rope.
Okay.
Predator also has a lantern hanging from the bow.
Right. I'm gonna go back in for the moment. And, yeah. Then I'm gonna start going down the corridor. Can I see anything whilst I'm looking down this way? Or is it just the corridor?
One moment.
more for the sake of this green stuff on the floor I'm worrying about.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's got a description of what that is. I think it's just puddles. You can hear at the moment, rumbling machinery in the distance, clanking metal plates. Oh no, that is cool. I just read what that is. Sean, you know what that is, don't you?
I know what that is, because I know what's down here.
I remember what's down here, but I forgot what that was.
Right.
Do you want to examine it?
I will examine it.
Oh no, wait! It's just when you move through it. Cool.
Oh. Done then.
You step foot in the puddle, and you're just racked in your mind with pain. You take 9 points of damage.
Okay. I can deal with pain. I've dealt with it my entire life.
Dragonbait kind of waves his hands at you.
I look back at him.
He gestures upwards, and you can hear people coming from above.
I need to be quicker. I want to take a look around this corner.
The corridor goes into darkness, or into the distance, and just sort of stops at a wall. There is another puddle of viscous grey slime on the floor.
Can I try and jump it?
Yes.
What would I need to roll?
Give me an athletics check.
21.
You take a few steps back and press yourself up against this far wall and just sprint forward a couple of steps and then leap into the air and sail over it, sort of placing a couple of steps on the wall as you sort of run.
Sweet.
And just land on the other side.
Cool. And I'd like to go right up to the end and do a perception, see if I can see anything there. Or
Okay.
inside, or whatever I need to do.
Roll me a perception.
20.
This wall has a hinge.
Okay. I'd like to stealthily try and open this door, which looks like a wall.
Cool.
17 for a stealth.
For a start, this door swings closed.
Shit! No! Come back here!
This hall is choked with dust and cobwebs. Up ahead, flickering lights dimly illuminate a larger hall running perpendicular to this one. Where the two halls meet, words have been scrawled into the ceiling in dried blood.
Ooh, what does it say?
It's above this final square, and it reads, "Awaken Napaka."
Waken the Parker. Okay. Does Napaka ring a bell for the sake of one of the 9?
Pardon?
Is Napaka one of the 9?
No.
As in the tricksters? Okay.
You don't recognize the name Napaka.
Alright. I want to take a look into the lit up area. Actually just going to step in this time.
Large puddles of grey slime spread across the floor of this 10-foot wide, gently sloping hallway. Candles flicker on riveted sconces, casting a dim light across a sequence of sculpted reliefs depicting humanoids with bestial heads kneeling before a black star. At the lower end of the hall, a thick purple drape covers the wall, covers the room from wall to wall. At the higher end, the tunnel just terminates.
Can I see that little gold thing at the other end, or is that meant to be one of the skulls? For the sake of this thing.
I am just trying to work out what that is.
Bear with me one moment.
I was going to tell her if one of the sconces is just not lit up.
It's very difficult to keep the entirety of the tomb in your brain.
Well, that's fair.
Okay. It does appear to be another sconce.
Okay. I would like... For the sake that the slime doesn't cover up the entire hallway, I'd like to try and creep around this stuff and try and get over here without touching it.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Nope. No, it doesn't cover the space, so you can walk through it and just, like, take care. It's just a thick purple curtain.
I'd like to try and stealthily take a peek behind the curtain.
Roll me a stealth check.
17.
The hallway comes to an end, 15 feet beyond the purple drape. Let me see if I can get rid of that drape for you. Yep, another curtain. There is a 6-foot tall statue of a 4-armed gargoyle standing against the back wall. One of its arms has been broken off and lies on the floor in front of it, its hand curled into a tight fist. The other 3 arms have their clawed hands open in such a way as to suggest they're meant to hold something. Carved into the wall above the statue reads, 3 I need, then 3 more still opens the door.
Could you say it again? Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
3 I need, then 3 more still opens the door.
Okay, 3 I need, 3 more still opens the door. Okay. I would like to now go down to the other end of the corridor. Once again, trying to avoid the slime by weaving around it.
Okay.
Is there anything... Well, I can see there's a little tunnel there, but is there anything particular else down here that I can see? Should I roll a perception to see if there's anything else I can see?
Yes, please.
10.
No.
So I do see that little corridor, right?
You do see... one moment. That is a... there is a image of a crocodile-headed humanoid holding a trapezoidal chest.
Okay. So there's a... Say it again. So there's a crocodile-headed something chest.
Crocodile-headed humanoid holding a trapezoidal chest.
So you are jumping in and out on there for me. I don't know what is my connection or what.
I'll give it a go and disconnect and reconnect. One moment. There is a crocodile-headed humanoid
Okay.
holding a trapezoidal chest.
Right, heard you perfectly that time.
I am looking at the wrong thing. One moment.
I was going to say, I was looking at a little tunnel.
No, it is that, but you go up and you look at it, and why haven't they covered it? This is dreadful. They should have. You don't see
I
that.
see.
You don't see that corridor. It shouldn't be visible to you at the moment.
Right, gotcha.
You see nothing.
There,
Okay.
it's gone. There is a crocodile-headed humanoid holding a trapezoidal chest. As you go up and you look at it, the keyhole on the chest is real.
Interesting. So I'm looking for a key.
Do you have
Right.
thieves' tools?
Let me just take a quick look. I don't think I do, but let me just take a quick look. Bedroll, musket, skin. No thieves' tool. Because I have the broom pack and stuff like that instead.
Okay, then no, you need a key.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna start heading back down this corridor.
Meanwhile,
Nice.
I'm going to say at this point, I just need to grab them from the token layer. So who's coming down the tunnel first? Marching order, please.
I think Seraphine went down first. I know she went through
Mermaid
like
went
the
last,
very small. I know she went through the very small tunnel first. I don't know if once we got to the stair, the order changed or not. But
I remember Carbon saying that he wanted to be like either first or second.
then Seraphine would have let Philippe go in front once we got to a more open area. And she probably would have followed shortly, either second or third after.
Romad went last.
I would be third then, and Renala behind me.
And so then Tauren would have gone just in front of Romad.
Romad.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a tank at the rear guard and a tank in the vanguard.
Oh baby.
Sounds good.
You guys descend the stairs,
Oh, here we are.
and you see Dragonbait looking very concerned.
Seraphine
be.
would run over to him and like give him a little hug, be like, "Oh, thank God you're," and then she'd be like, "Where's Riordan at?"
A strong smell of lemon, and then he points down the corridor.
I was happy to see us.
Aww. So Riordan went that way. Points down the court.
Nods, and then points at the slime on the floor and shakes his head, looking worried.
That is bad.
Nods.
Okay, people, you heard. Well, you saw the.
I didn't see anything in
Lizard.
the corner.
Okay, there is green slime down here. Avoid it.
Okay.
Noted.
I'll try.
All right, Philip, do you want to lead the way?
Philippe is not in the game, so John, you have to.
I would say, Philippe, can you roll me a dice, but he's not in the game. Philippe, would you like to try and jump the slime that you've been told is bad? Is he in the Discord call? I should have questioned
He's in
it.
the
He
Discord
is.
call,
Can't
He
hear him.
but I'm fearing possibly chicken has dropped.
Chicken is what now?
I'm going to assume that he does want to avoid it, and he's going to roll an athletics check to try.
It's safe to assume.
It seems like a good thing to assume, yes.
He
6.
he did not.
Huh. Well, goody gun drops.
I like goody gun
7.
drops.
This fucking beetle is in this room.
There's
Who
a
wants to
beetle.
go next?
Wait,
Oh,
Paul
fine.
McCartney's in your room?
Stupidly turned my light on, and a fucking beetle has flown in.
Which
Okay, then.
which Beetle band member is it?
Ringo.
Oh,
Ringo. Yes. Fave. Alright.
And he's trying to show me some terrible NMS Paint art.
Oh, but why?
Okay. So
You
if
think
I
I'm
want
joking?
to
It
avoid
has a fucking website for terrible NMS Paint art.
Yeah, but I go back to my earlier question. Why?
So if I want to
Why?
avoid the slime, I need to jump.
Yes, please.
Correct.
Athletics.
Could it be acrobatics?
I'll allow
What does that have?
acrobatics.
Thank you. I'm far better in acrobatics.
You sort of limber up a little bit, and then you take a running jump, and you sort of bounce off of the walls like Ninja Warrior style, like wall to wall, dong 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 dong,
Boom, boom, boom.
and you just land at the other end. Very impressive, given that you are about 3 times smaller than the length of corridor you just ran down.
I have lots of energy.
Who wishes to go next?
I has question.
Okay.
answers.
I have a spell that is called Create or Destroy Water.
This is not water.
I know, but if I create water, would it wash it away?
Oh, good question.
That is a good question.
That is a very good question.
You create
Or
water,
could he-
it pushes the
could he
poison
create-
towards the people. Just jumped over it.
I can create up to 10 gallons of water, so I round it. Direction.
Yeah.
You create water, it creates even more of the slime.
So would it wash it away, or would it create more slime then?
Makes it more toxic.
You think it would wash it away?
Then I'm gonna attempt this. Phew.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a level 2 spell or level 1 spell? Level 1 spell. Level 1 spell.
It did the thing.
You hold out your hand, and just 10 gallons of water just fills into the space.
Seraphine just looks back to see who's coming next and just like, whoa.
And suddenly, Seraphine, you're just hit in the face with 10 gallons of water, and this slime's mixed in with it, and then it swishes round the corridor and swirls up the other slime. And Philippe is soaked, and Riordan just stood at the end of the corridor. Suddenly, as you're walking back past the secret door, Riordan, you are just slammed into by water.
Seraphine just stands at the other end and just like spits out some of the water that was in her mouth, and she's just like, you know what? It's fine. I needed a bath.
Yeah, it's been a while since shower, honestly.
You hear Riordan shout,
I'm not
I'm-
ready for you yet.
Okay. All right.
What the fuck are you talking about? Are you naked or something?
And he closes the door.
Well, that's rude then.
Dragonbait, did you want to keep coming along, or are you gonna stay on
Romance
guard
might
there?
want to come along as well.
I'm
Oh
coming.
yeah,
I'm coming.
Romance still on the stairs? Okay.
Especially
Alright.
because there's no goo anymore in the slimy.
Yay! And we got 2 very, very soaked, well, 3 very soaked, one is now behind a door. 3 very soaked team members.
okay,
Once.
Rio.
One of them is a cat.
Philippe just kind of shakes all of his fur off and like whips the tail
immediately
around.
Seraphine. And she's just like, I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, I
Riordan,
really don't even thought, and I'm
Yes.
like, no, I can't.
what would you like to do now?
I'd like to jump over this slime.
That slime is gone now.
Oh, that slime's gone.
Yeah, they're all washed away.
Thanks to
wonderful.
Theodis.
Well, that's good.
So you can just walk if you want.
Yeah,
In
if you
which
leave-
case, yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
run down this way and try and take
Welcome
a
back.
subtle look out this corridor.
Okay. That
Stop
is... Stop there, please.
Never.
A pungent stench fills this pentagonal room, the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron. A wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost makes up most of the interior, and a narrow path hugs the walls between two exits. Jutting from the middle of the garden is a 6-foot-tall rusty sprinkler. The ceiling above the sprinkler, a 10-foot-wide shaft, leads straight up. That is this sort of dotty line here,
Yeah.
is a hole in the ceiling just going straight up.
Okay. And it's a noxious smell, is it?
It is a very pungent scent.
Going by my limited nature, does it smell like it would be a negative effect if I went in?
No, it just doesn't smell very nice.
Okay. Can I do a perception to see if I can see any traps?
Yeah.
My passive does it.
No, you can roll me a perception if you want to actively look for traps.
I'm going to
Which-
actively look for traps for the exact same. But
That is... no, you don't see any traps.
okay. I'm going to run in and take a look at that sprinkler.
It is a rusted sprinkler.
Can I do an investigation to see how it would work? Whether there's any... I can tell whether there's a faucet nearby.
Yep. Make me an investigation.
I have no idea.
No, not a clue. You think sprinklers use water? Maybe. But
That might explain the rust.
but you
Then again, it could be blood.
also think they could use other fluids? Maybe.
Alcohol.
Meanwhile, back in this corridor with these guys, Philippe
Mhm.
and Seraphine, you are both very, very wet.
Lovely.
Um,
Just slowly wringing out her hair.
um,
Thanks to Renella. Okay, yeah, that's true.
the slime on the ground in front of you is gone for the moment.
Wait,
Riordan,
moment.
I'm not gonna say it's gone forever. There's still a thing around here that's slimy.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. Don't worry. I can wash it all over.
Fantastic.
Riordan was stood at this end of the corridor and slammed this wall shut, shouting, "I'm
Alright.
not ready for you yet."
Well, then Seraphine's gonna go up to the door and she's going to knock on it and she's gonna be like, Reed and Athrati, you open this door this minute and you let us inside right now.
You could just try and open the door.
Shh.
There is no response from the other side of the door.
Can I open the door or is the door locked?
You can open the door.
Philippe, are you
Okay.
going to move?
I would like to move,
then
but
I
I
would
will need
open the
to
door.
see myself for that.
So I'm assuming I can
Ah,
go in.
there.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Hang on, let me get back into the non-wall. I was
Yeah.
trying to move Romad and then the ping happened, so I got into the... Oh
So-
boy.
This slime, is slime gone?
That slime is also gone.
Okay. Damn it,
How
we're at
much
a
slime was it?
crossroads.
And
How
you,
much time was there? by the way?
you don't know where Riordan went.
Yeah, I would have washed away the tracks, to be honest.
Is my torch on, John, by the way?
It might not be on this level.
Probably not. Gathering not, 'cause I can't see
No,
anything.
it isn't. I assume you want it to be.
Yes. Because
Yeah,
otherwise they've just left me here and I can't follow them.
This way! This way! Okay.
That would not help if I'm in the dark.
This way!
Yes!
This way. That is literally doing nothing.
So, Maddie, and
Yes.
everybody else. This corridor, you can see dried blood on the ceiling. Up ahead, down this way, Flickering lights dimly illuminate a large hallway that runs perpendicular to the one that you are in. On the ceiling, just as the two corridors meet, is written something in dried blood.
I will approach slightly closer to it so I can read what it says.
It simply says "sup noobs."
It says, "Awaken Napaka."
Napaka. Torin, was there a Napaka in the list of gods that we had?
Nope.
Okay, not this way.
I just imagine Torin flipping off like entire pages of books.
No.
Seraphine.
Mhm.
Seraphine, Torin, Renala can all make me history checks.
History checks.
History?
Theodas, are you proficient in history?
That is an excellent
Am I?
question that I will answer
Oh, yeah.
in 5 seconds once I'm back on the
I
right
know nothing.
thing. I am proficient. No.
Well,
Romad,
let's hope that Renala is.
are you proficient in history?
But Renala makes a good check.
Thank fuck.
I believe Tanny might be muted.
Tanya is muted, yeah.
Oh, okay. Romad, are you
So that is
proficient?
something you need to check. Or we can just
Ah,
go with what Renala rolled, because Renala actually
never mind.
rolled. So Renala knows.
Renala thinks for a few minutes. Romad also thinks for a few minutes.
Just came in. I was like, why is everyone rolling history? Okay.
You both remember Napaka was the name of the last queen of Omu.
Ah. Alright.
Renala will convey the information.
And so does Romad. He'll be like, yo, I know. I think I know.
So was the last queen good or bad? Like, would
She
it be
was the
wise?
last. That's the main information we have.
Okay. Would it be wise for us to awaken her is the question.
She must have fucked up somewhere to be the last, I'd say, but
Let's leave this room for now and keep heading up this way.
in general, when you see an inscription in blood saying awaken
Exactly.
something, it's never good.
That
Okay.
also as well.
I'm gonna
So,
pause you guys for a moment.
Yeah.
Riordan,
Yes.
you're looking at a sprinkler.
Yes, I'm not too impressed by this sprinkler.
You can't work out how it works.
Yeah. I did see there's another door over that way, so well, let's go and take a look. Do I need to jump across this gap?
Come on, give me the information about that room, please. There is an acidic stench that fills this pentagonal chamber, which has 2 exits. The walls are covered with riveted sheets of iron, like the other one. The pock-marked stone floor has a large puddle of grey slime in the middle of it. Friezes along each wall, just beneath the ceiling, depict 5 black dragons.
Okay. I'm gonna enter the room. And roll a perception to see if I can see anything.
You can only see an exit out this side and everything I just described.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna make a beeline for that exit. I don't know how far you want me to be able to go.
You can cross to the exit.
Cross to the exit.
I assume you go round the puddle.
I have gone round that puddle, yes.
Cool. Meanwhile, back with the other group of peoples, you're deciding to go north now.
Yes.
Okay,
I
we're
think
going
so,
north.
I'm waiting in the
you
queue.
know, because the blood on the top part of the ceiling doesn't really strike me as a good way to go. So
So that's
Seems-
probably where Raiden went.
no, not necessarily. I mean,
Now, you're the
Do
boss. You go.
wait, you want me to go in and just check
No,
and see if you went in there?
you're the boss. And you decide where we go. If you want to go north.
Oh, okay, alright, okay. She
That's cute.
shimmies past Theodis and
Potentially
Making our
Philip
way-
is under me, I think. Yeah.
regardless, she shimmies her way past both of you and she starts making her way downtown. Or
Making
up
my way
north.
down. Walking fast. Walking faster.
It's
I'm
not
home
downtown,
now.
it's down to.
Down to
Ah, yeah. Aha.
Hey, I like that. Alright, so what do I see when I reach the end of the holy freaking hell? We're in a room! It's like a giant.
Yes.
Can I go in the room without harm or do I need to jump? What do
You can go into the room.
Where are we? It's so pretty here.
So there is a pungent stench in this room
Oh well.
that fills this pentagonal room, the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron, a wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost takes up most of the interior, and a narrow path hugs the walls between the two exits. Jutting from the middle of the room is a 6-foot-tall rusty sprinkler system. In the ceiling above the sprinkler, this 10-foot space with the dotty line around it, there is a 10-foot wide shaft that disappears up.
Okay. Well, I don't know if there's anything useful in this room.
It doesn't smell good.
Should we keep going?
Yes, can I try a nature check to identify what's the compound on the ground?
You can do, yes.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
But can Renala? Oh no, believe you got it.
Philippe just kind of wipes a finger across the ground and sniffs the back of his hand. It's a mixture of rotting plants and plants that are somehow being kept alive even with no light in this room. Some sort of magical influence is being used to keep these plants alive. Meanwhile, Riordan.
Yes. I'm going to keep going down the corridor. I realise there's that mark. I'd like to try and jump it.
Okay, roll me a athletics or acrobatics. You choose.
10.
Oh, was it acrobatic?
You go to jump. It doesn't quite work out how you wanted it to. You slam into the slime just at the end and slip a little bit, and you take 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay. No worse for wear, but never mind.
So wait, you mean there's some kind of barrier in the square?
Ooh.
A 4-foot high, 7-foot wide iron lectern in the middle of this rusty iron-plated room is topped by a slanted control panel. Set into the control panel are a golden lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons of the same colour. Wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 groups of circles with a small crystal embedded in the wall underneath each one. The crystal under the configuration labelled 3 is currently glowing a bright green. 3 6-inch diameter rusty iron pipes jut from the wall above the engravings. And stood in the corner of the room is a skeletal figure
Yep, I thought I saw him.
with a weird metallic protrudence.
weird metallic protrudence. Can I take a better look to see if I can see him?
It appears to be the same sort of a thing as you fought on the first level of the tomb.
Okay.
Say 4.
The sort of thing that you came to, and Maddie screamed at it, Seraphine screamed at it, and it fell apart.
Yeah.
That's the way to say it.
So at this point, I'm going to ask everybody to please roll me an initiative. We will be done very soon.
But we're rooms away.
I know.
We don't even know this is happening. We don't even know where he is.
We actually don't know where he is technically. Well, he's there, but
We know he's there. But
thanks initiative. Initiative. Can I go to my character? Thank you.